Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Aditya and in today's video we are going to cover up which group of education we need to apply. So basically where to apply, right? Are we going to apply in individual schools or we are going to apply in a group of education, right? Second, we are going to talk about different group offer different salary benefits. So how does the salary range differ from different groups? The third, we are going to talk about the type of contracts. So we have different type of contract from different group of education. Some are fixed, some are renewable, some are permanent. So we are going to talk about that. Fourth, we are going to talk about the child education discount. It also varies from different group. Then fifth, we are going to talk about the medical benefits, right? Whether it covers the individual employee or it also covers the family or also covers only the spouse, right? It also varies. And the last, we are going to discuss about the accommodation, right? Depending whether you are married or you are bachelor, there are different type of accommodation which is being provided, right? So let's get right into it. So first thing, where to apply? There are three major groups in Dubai which take care of education. GEMS education is the first one, then we have Aldar education, and then we have Talim's education, right? Okay, these are the three major groups where you should be looking to apply. These are big enterprise, big corporate, so your job will be more secure and safe, right? Compared to if you apply to an individual group of schools, right? As I said, GEMS education, Aldar and Talim's, right? Now let's go for the second one, which is the salary benefits. Now when I talk about the salary benefits, GEMS education takes care or caters in CBSE and ICSE, and we have IB and we have England curriculum, right? These are the major four curriculums which GEMS group of schools cater in. If you are applying for a CBSE school, then you can expect a salary of starting of 1 lakh rupees, right? Okay, with accommodation, right? So if you are going for a GEMS education and you are going for a CBSE or ICSE curriculum, then your salary, starting salary would be around 1 lakh rupees. That's the minimum I'm talking about, right? Based on your experience, you can negotiate, but that's the minimum one, right? If in GEMS education you are going for IB curriculum or IGCSE, in that case you can expect a minimum salary of 1.7 lakh rupees, right? So it depends which curriculum you are going for, right? Of course, you need to have a prior experience in that relevant subject and curriculum, right? Moving on to the Aldar group. If you're going to apply for the Aldar group, first thing is Aldar do not cater in CBSE and ICSE. So Aldar majorly caters in American curriculum, and we have IB curriculum and IGCSE curriculum, right? Okay. If you go for the Aldar, then the minimum salary is 2.5. That's the minimum salary which Aldar group offers with accommodation. So 2.5 lakhs per month is going to be the minimum salary, and as per your experience, it goes up to 4 lakh rupees, right? Then moving on to the Talim groups. In Talim group, the salary, so let's talk about the curriculum. Talim, like Aldar, it caters only in the American curriculum and IB IGCSE. They do not cater in the CBSE and ICSE curriculum. So you need to have a prior experience of American or IGCSE or IB curriculum. In Talim's, the starting salary is 3 lakh rupees and it goes to 5 to 5.5 lakh rupees per month, right? So these are the salaries, right? Okay. So I'm just giving you the basic minimum salary, right? Okay, right? It might vary from one group to another, right? And there are so many other factors also which caters, right? The second, let's talk about the contract. So when you apply to these groups, they offer different types of contract. Majorly, there are three types of contract. One is going to be temporary contract. So this contract goes for 1 year, right? Okay. After 1 year, there is a possibility that they might renew or they might not renew, right? Depending on your performance, right? Most of the times it is get renewed after 1 year. The second most common contract which you will come across is a 2-year renewable contract. So in this case, you are being given 2 years of contract, and after 2 years it is being renewed, right, till the time you wish to work, right? If you wish to leave, then of course you have to serve the notice period, or you have to give the salary to compensate that notice period, right? Okay. When we talk about the third type of contract, that is the permanent contract. This is majorly for the higher leadership team. So if you are looking for not as a teacher, and if you are looking for a leadership position, then you can expect a permanent contract. Again, there is a 1-year contract, right? This is basically to cater the maternity cover or some kind of medical or emergency covers, right? These are not very common. The second most common contract you will come across is a 2-year renewable contract, and the third one is going to be the permanent contract, which totally depends on you whether you wish to leave or when you wish to leave. These are basically majorly for the senior leadership positions, right? Now coming to the third part is the medical benefits, right? When we talk about the medical benefits, GEMS offers the medical insurance only to the employee, right? If you're going for the CBSE and ICSE schools. If you're going for the IB or IGCSE, then you can expect the medical insurance to cover to your spouse, only to your spouse. The your mother, father will not be entitled to avail that benefit, right? When I talk about Taleems and Aldar, they have a similar medical benefit, and their medical benefit or medical insurance is for you, for the employee, and for their immediate family, which covers the spouse and your children, right? Now there are little variation. Some of the Taaleem group schools offers the medical insurance to the employee, to the spouse, and one child, right? Some of the groups of Taleems and Aldar, they offer the medical insurance to the employee, to the spouse, and up to 3 children, right? So that depends very, but the minimum is, in case of Aldar and Taleems, they offer the medical insurance to the employee, to the spouse, and to 1 children, okay, or 1 child basically, right? Then moving on to the child education discount, right? Okay, tuition fees. When we talk about the GEMS, in GEMS, as I mentioned, the CBSE and ICSE schools, they are going to give you a discount up to 1 child, only tuition fees, so you have to give the transport, right? If you go for the IB and IGCSE curriculum, then the so-called discount would extend to 100%, right? Depending which school you are catering to under GEMS group, right? Okay, right? But the minimum is you can expect 1 child in GEMS, CBSE and ICSE, 1 child 100% tuition fee discount, right? But you have to give the books, you have to give the transportation, every fees you have to give, right? Okay. Now another thing is, if for example in GEMS school you got an employee in a GEMS school, in a CBSE school, right? And the fees of the school for your child, or in that particular school where you got employed, the fee structure per month is, let's say, 10,000 rupees for an example, okay? And you wish to admit your child in a different GEM school or any other school, and if the so-called fees of that particular school is, let's say, 20,000 per month, so in this case, the school in which you are employed, the fees of that school is the maximum limit of tuition fees that could be discounted to you. So in your school where you are employed, the child has a education fees of rupees 10,000, and the school where you have admitted your child, the fees is 20,000 rupees, then out of 20,000, 10,000 will be given back to you, basically discounted, right? And the above, on the top 10,000, you have to pay from your own pocket, right? That's the rule of the GEMS, okay? In case of CBSE and ICSE, right? Okay. For the Aldar and Taleems, they offer 100%, including the transport and the tuition fees, right? And the schools under the Aldar and Talims are very premium. You can also judge by the salary which they offer to the teachers, right? Okay, so the education or the fee structure is already very high. So if you wish to admit your child in the same Aldar group, it's 100% up to 2 child. Now coming to the accommodation, yes. Now, if you are a bachelor, right, and you apply for a GEMS, CBSE and ICSE school, in that case, most probably you will be given a shared accommodation. But here's a catch. If at the time of interview you specify that you will be needing a separate individual apartment, a furnished apartment, in that case you have a better chance of availing an individual private apartment if you are even a bachelor, right? Okay, most probably they will offer you a shared accommodation. Once you get married, then you will get a what we say individual private apartment, right? Okay, GEMS provide furnished accommodation, right? These accommodations are majorly, you will find, if you got a job in Dubai, you will find your accommodation in Sharjah. So Sharjah is a different emirate. Most of the schools under GEMS prefer the accommodation. So basically the school provide the accommodation in Sharjah Emirate. The reason being Dubai is very expensive, right? And Sharjah is nearby, so it's more of a cost cutting thing, right? So you will come across the accommodation in Sharjah when we talk about the CBSE and ICSE schools under GEMS. But if I talk about the premium schools under GEMS, which are catering to the IB and IGCSE, in that case you might come across schools which will provide accommodation, well fully furnished accommodation. So when you talk about the Talims, they provide you accommodation 1 BHK minimum accommodation whether you are married or you are a bachelor. But if you have 2 kids, then you are entitled to avail a 2-bedroom set, okay, and these are fully furnished, right? Okay. On the other hand, when we talk about the Aldar group, in Aldar you have a upper hand, which is the flexibility is that if you want to avail the company's accommodation, good enough. But if you prefer that I want to have my own accommodation, for example, you get here and you started working in Aldar, you got an accommodation, and after maybe 1 year, 2 years, you think like you need to relocate to a different location. So Aldar give you a flexibility that you can avail the housing allowance, which is similar to the accommodation. So the accommodation provided by the Aldar is already in a premium location, so they don't have any problem in giving you the housing allowance or as per your location, okay? So, and that will be all. I think we have covered the major things which people are actually looking for, right? Where to apply or how to apply, let's say how to apply, I will make another detailed video where I will show by opening the website what are the documents you need to upload and everything, right? If you need any further information about anything, please mention in the comments. I will make a video on that. Thank you so much and all the very best for your future vow.